The Times Live had identified their Mampara of the Week, and their Mampara of the Week is Judge Ratha Mogolleng. And the reason they want to go after him is interesting. Judge Ratha Mogolleng's remarks about a lazy defense attorney have sparked a backlash from overly sensitive, fragile ego South Africans. Now, I'm going to make a point about this, because what he said was inappropriate, but let's put this in context. Advocate Charles Mzansi, representing two of the accused in the SENZO MEYIWA trial, provoked the ire of presiding Judge Ratha Mogolleng this week when, at the last minute, he requested to be excused from the defense so that he could run the Comrades Marathon.
Why were you not sitting on Monday? No, we're waiting for Advocate Mzansi to come drive back to Joburg, to wherever, because he was running a marathon.
Now, folks, running the Comrades Ultra Marathon from Pietermaritzburg to Durban, or opposite direction, every other year, is not exactly a last-minute decision. Even the people who are grossly overweight do some training and know that they are participating. You have to apply and enroll in the race long before this gentleman asked to be excused. The advocate knew full well that he intended to participate, and he failed to inform the court or the judge in advance. In addition, he never informed the judge. He sent his notice to the judge's clerk.
This is South Africa, run by blacks. I can tell you now, even if you call me an Uncle Tom, I don't think a white advocate can have the gall to ask me that. Never. It's proper that I should address this issue. But initially I want to say I have been 26 years on the bench as an acting judge, and as a judge I have never ever behaved the way I did on Friday. And I've been 30 years as an attorney. Before I became a judge, 30 years I was an attorney. I spoke to the JP, and the JP spoke to me together with the DJP. And the JP rightfully exfoliated me for my conduct, that it is not befitting of a judge of my experience and stature, that I should have behaved like I did. And I agree. My conduct was questionable and incorrect.
To be fair, the judge's comment, while colorful, was inappropriate in the courtroom. But the all too predictable complaining from the same lot that thinks it's perfectly acceptable to incite murder by singing Kill the Boer, it's free speech. But the Union flag, which represents the Union of South Africa from 1910, is somehow racist.
I don't get into trouble. I cause it. Yeah, I take a decision that will cause trouble now.
Whites, Neanderthals, and dogs who should be put on leashes is now upset because the judge used a stereotype to insult the useless attorney. Now, folks, did the judge use the forbidden K word? No. Did he call Advocate Charles Mzansi genetically inferior? No. Did he suggest the advocate be placed on a leash, as some black South Africans have said about white South Africans? No. Did he sing a song about only killing advocates? You know, the old joke about attorneys, the only good attorneys, the ones at the bottom of the sea? No, he didn't do that either. What he did was equate the advocate's lazy, useless work ethic and lack of commitment to his clients with sloth. But Judge Mogolleng did so by praising white advocates and stereotyping black advocates. Perhaps unjust and certainly inappropriate in the courtroom, but hardly an offense that has set off the grievance corps, now ready to march, burn tires, and call for his removal from the bench. Times Live, as I said, called him their Mampara of the Week, printing the following in their paper. Mogolleng rightly admonished Mzansi for placing his personal interests ahead of the administration of justice in the Marathon trial. But the red-lobed lawman messed it all up when he resorted to racist remarks while dressing down the Marathon man. Racist? Nah. Rude? Bigoted? Yes. But not racist. Just because your feelings are hurt does not make every utterance a racist statement. The judge did not give or take away any advantage based on the person's skin color. He simply insulted him. The inability of South Africans to distinguish between insults and genuine racism is disturbing. And I just got to repeat what the judge said. The judge said, this is South Africa, run by blacks. I can tell you now, even if you call me Uncle Tom, I don't think a white advocate can have the gall to ask me that. Never. What's racist about that? Stereotypical? Insulting? Yes, but racist? No. And with that statement, the judge entertained millions, offended millions, and became the target of the black supremacy grievance class that cheers insulting minority white South Africans but screams bloody murder whenever their inferiority complex gets triggered. Try growing a thicker skin. My fellow Neanderthals and I have done so. What say you, South Africa, Mzansi, world? Have you had enough of this stupidity? Not the judge, but the grievance class.
And my wife also, who I thought, young Saba is afraid of me, told me that I should apologize to the whole of South Africa because I am worse than the attorneys who apparently steal the monies of clients in the RAF matter. She was reading a paper the other day about the fact that attorneys apparently, and they're colorless, stole about 1.5 billion of RAF funds which belong to clients. And I wish now to tender my sincerest apologies It's contra my nature to do that. I have a son, he just died recently, who's an advocate. He's older than you, Ms. Mshololo. He was born in 1968. He died because of lymphatic cancer. I think he would have also have been disappointed at my conduct. That's why I say I heartily and unreservedly, with no qualification, apologize to my colleagues here, to the accused. They say I mustn't call you the accused. They are correct. The gentleman in front of me. And I've also been accused of being a racist. I want to just talk one or two things about me as a person without being a lawyer.
Make sure you check out the poll that I just posted literally about 30 minutes ago. And you guys are already engaging with it. So thank you so much for that. Here's what I asked. Do you accept Judge Ratta's apology that his wife made him give? 3% of you say yes, it was sincere and the very best that we can get. 62% of you said no. He forgot the most important person to apologize to, Mnisi Wemvula. 28% of you said no. He said what he said. He doesn't care. Call me Uncle Tom. And 6% of you said it's too soon to decide. Actions speak louder than words. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But with regards to this video, I wanted to share this video with you. Somebody actually sent it to me and asked me to watch it and review it. It is, I'm going to tell you the channel name. They sent it to me, and the reason why I was interested to watch it is because they said even in America, they are talking about this case. I said, what? What do you mean? So, of course, I jumped in. The channel name is Colonel Chris White. I don't know if it is ironic that it is a colonel. Those of you who follow the trial really closely, you know how we feel about ranks and police and dun. So I'm not sure if it's just the channel name or if it's a colonel indeed. So I don't follow the channel. I don't know the channel owner. I'm just reacting to somebody who sent this to me and asked me to watch and see what somebody else is saying in the United States of America. So I thought as well, you know what? It's also interesting to listen from a different racist perspective who are looking in and hearing the judge utter these utterances. So the question then becomes, is it actually racism? Because Judge Ratta, well, we discovered today he's part German. So does that make him German or does that make him still black? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. He decided today was a relevant day to disclose this information to us. To me, it's irrelevant, petty, non-essential to the apology. There's nothing about his grandmother being German and cutting her hair that is essential to the disclosure of the apology and us, members of the public jury, accepting or considering to accept the apology. I honestly didn't expect him to apologize. I thought he was just going to be his usual self, go about his life, because it took, remember, the utterances were done on Thursday. Friday, court resumed business as usual. Although it was a short court day, he was still visibly upset, and the last thing he said in that courtroom was, "See you on Monday." And he walked off after what? Baloyi said to adjourn till Tuesday. Is this tax a waste of taxpayers' money? I wish like we could do the budget, okay? I wish we had numbers and we could do the budget. How much did it cost for court to sit today? I want you to go ahead and count how many of the correctional officers were in court, how much patrol they used to transport 5 of the accused to court today. How much is being paid to the advocates for sitting in court today, and the order, everything. If you tallied it all, by the way, it was not a full day sitting. It was not a full day sitting. It was literally less than an hour, I would say. Should he have adjourned till Tuesday? Friday was also not a full day. So he's talking about the JP, the JP, the JP. What exactly did they accomplish today? Baloyi gave his, finally, Baloyi did his submissions, but then the defense didn't even respond because they needed Nissy's guidance. The irony of it all. I'll react to that in a separate video, but I'm just mentioning that now to say if we count how much money was lost, had he taken all that and factored in, then the rant that he did and, suddenly uplifting the Meyiwa family that they're waiting for justice, suddenly, all of a sudden, okay, that was not his considerations when Geninda was asking, and he was willing to give him 2 months straight off to go and do his LLB exams. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you today. These are some of my thoughts that I have. Go ahead and watch the full video over on Colonel Chris White's channel and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I also went through the comments of that video. And I found the comments to be quite interesting as well. Quite interesting. So yeah, very, very interesting to see what the other side hears when they hear that Judge Rata is being a racist. But I'm going to end this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in my next upload. Bye!